Team, this video is about the squat. Okay, it's going to be a POV video, which means point of view. Okay, where I'm going to wear the camera on my head, so you'll be able to see exactly what I'm seeing. So when you're doing a squat, kind of in the workout, you'll be able to kind of know where you should be. Okay, because a lot of the time when we're doing a squat, okay, positions can go wrong. Okay, when they go wrong, you get the wrong muscles activated, and it can cause kind of muscle pain and not ache. Okay, and pain is what we want to avoid. Okay, it's not like the the burning sensation. It's more like that we're putting too much pressure on one side than the other. All right. Okay, so when you watch this video through, okay, I'd like you to go and practice the squat in a full-length mirror. Okay, so not only can you see what it's like from your own perspective when you're getting it perfect, okay, you can know what it feels like as well, because when we get it right more often than not, we're going to get more muscle engagement. More muscle engagement means greater tone, which means you're less likely to get injured. All right, okay, which obviously is what none of us want to do. Okay, so watch the video in full and get yourself doing it right. Okay, so you hear me say squat. The first thing you're going to do now is going to look down to your feet, okay? Your feet are the most important thing here, okay? They need to be in the right position first of all. If they're not in the right position, then it's going to create problems all the way up from the knee to the hip to the rest of the body, believe it or not, okay? So, first of all, the standard squat is shoulder width and a hip width apart. This is shoulder width because, as it sounds, it's in line with your own shoulders, and the half is just another step out. Now, when you're squatting down, you're also looking for your feet to be nice and parallel, straight, parallel with each other. If they're not, okay, most people, when they first start squatting, will squat like this. And this is okay when we're doing the wide squat, but I'll explain later why. But when we're doing the simple standard squat, we want to make sure they're parallel, because if they're not, it's going to create pressure on the outside of your knee. Okay, and we don't want to create any pressure or pain. Remember, we're looking to get muscle burn, not pain. Okay, so make sure your feet are pointing nice and straight and in front. Now, as we go down, what we're looking for is a squat that looks a bit like this from this vantage point. Now, if I just pause myself there for a second, now I can still see my toes, okay? I can still see my toes as I put my knee in the right position. This is what you want to look for, because a lot of the time I will see this, okay? And the toes completely disappear from your vantage point. This is what you'll see, okay? So if the toes are disappearing, this is what it looks like from the side view. So I can't see my toes right now, and my calf muscles are burning, and I'm far too far forward, which means my hamstrings aren't doing any work, which is at the bottom. My bum isn't doing as much work as it should, because if your knees are pushing forward, okay, it means your bum is probably normally whipping under, which means it's switching off. No one ever sits like this, okay? Now, right now my quads are starting to really burn, and my calf muscles are burning, which means they're doing all the work, okay? Remember, pushing your bum backwards into this position. This is now working, hamstrings are now working, and we're going to get more even muscle tone and calorie burn. Now, there's also another distortion where the legs either bow in, like this, which means your inner thighs are doing too much, or they bow out. Obviously, that means they're going too far apart. Now, when they are doing, obviously, this, it means your inner thighs are doing too much. Again, meaning all your muscles aren't working at the same time. It means you'll fatigue quicker, you'll get less out of the exercise and less result from it, and more prone to injury. If you're pushing your legs out, the same thing again, but the pressure is on the wrong side. So now for the wide squat. So the wide squat, when you hear me shout that, is when you get your legs as far apart as possible. Now, as you can see, you say, well, hang on, my feet are now facing out, and you told me not to do that. But they're still in line with the knee. Okay, so they're facing the same direction as the knee is facing. I don't want you to start twisting your foot round to the front. Okay, I have seen that. You want it in the same line as the knee, and still being able to see the toe as you squat down. Just be able to see that. If you can't, stands a good chance that you are on this side, foot is, you can see too much of the foot. It means you're leaning over to one side. Remember, we always want a squat nice and even so both legs are working. Alright, so there's no problem with the foot facing out as long as it's in line with the knee. Alright, same premise as before. So I hope that helps too. Remember, if you do have any questions, okay, you can post them on the forum or you can ask me directly, okay? I'm always here to help and I want to make sure you get it right more often than not. Alright, okay, so have a good day and I'll see you next camp.